To build a nation is not to reign over others, but to create a place where all can find belonging, no matter their origin. true strength lies not in power alone, but in unity, lifting one another toward a future built on trust. A leader's role is to protect, to listen, and to guide, even through hardship, so that together we create a world worth calling home. It's too cold for you here now, so let me What are you doing? Why think you're a monster? Prove them right. You are well learned. That must mean I'm dealing with someone quite clever. The ruler has no idea. He has no clue that he's released such a horrific monstrosity upon this world! It can't be possible. They're legendary beings that can potentially surpass even demon lords. Everything's starting to make sense now. Damn it! Demon Lord Rimuru's gotta be completely out of his mind! Why in the world would he give a being like this a name? It's one of the 7 primordial demons. But what's even more terrifying is that somehow someone got such a powerful being to serve them. Oh my恐ろしい。あまりにも恐ろしいものを相手にしてしまった。 Lady Luna speaks the truth. The Storm Dragon's power isn't like anything you've experienced.
I don't understand. Wasn't he sealed by the hero? Listen very carefully. Valdora is the incarnation of natural energy. A raging storm can be brought to heal temporarily. But the evil dragon has the will to circumvent all. Neither spells nor souls function. When he rampages, the shockwaves of his anger can be felt around the world.
That thing's a walking disaster. I still remember how in a fit of rage, he turned Lady Luminous' beautiful night rose into a desolate ruin.
In the world of Tensura, there exists an absolute unbendable rule. One that not only surpasses the very laws of nature, but also bypasses their very purpose completely. The rule I'm talking about here is the one that dictates that ultimate skills are the ultimate power. The unrivaled ability to treat the very laws of nature as nothing more than trivial suggestions. The idea here is that an ultimate skill can only be countered by another ultimate skill. That's why any person who possesses one is considered to be extremely powerful. He did what? That's insane! Wait, this is perfect for us! The Demon Lords won't take that lying down. That fool Rimuru is about to learn firsthand just how terrifying actual Demon Lords can be. Good, and if we're lucky, maybe they'll end up destroying the Storm Dragon Veldora while they're at it. Sire, I bring word that Demon Lord Kaiman was slain by the Demon Lord Rimuru! Someone got such a powerful being to serve them. A demon lord possessing a hidden power that surpasses even the bounds of imagination. It was in that moment I realized Kingdom of Fallen had awakened a sleeping beast in
Hey, is it just me? Or is Sir Rimuru looking kinda scary now?
Shut up! That's no way for his big four to talk!
That demon crossed the border like a strong gust of wind, devastating this evil realm. Crossing the gate of hell, he arrived at a spiritual world, which could be called hell or the netherrealm. He became the symbol of violence, slaughtering powerful demons along the way. The weaker demons had already fled, while the strong grouped up to battle him. But to him, this was merely a meaningless struggle of the weak. He destroyed his enemies in a flawless fashion, crushing them with ease. The fearsome personification of violence, this demon was named Diablo. Crossed the border like a strong gust of wind, devastating this evil realm. Crossing the gate of hell, he arrived at a spiritual world, which could be called hell or the netherrealm. He became the symbol of violence, slaughtering powerful demons along the way. The weaker demons had already fled, while the strong grouped up to battle him. But to him, this was merely a meaningless struggle of the weak. He destroyed his enemies in a flawless fashion, crushing them with ease. The fearsome personification of violence, this demon was named Diablo. ノールではなく、ディアブロと呼びよう。
本気か。せない。やれと言うなら仕方ない。元素の手、ジョーンだ。よろしく頼むよ。
Mi nombre es Cegión. Soy simplemente uno de los 10 señores del laberinto. Nada más, nada menos. todos ustedes, tontos, ignorantes y retorcidos, no merecen nada más que la muerte. except destroying the Emperor and his followers. They all had to die, every last one of them. Above all, it was the red dragon that had to fall by my hand. As Rimuru arrived to the location where Veldora and the enemies were, he gazed at the enemy's forces. Wisdom Lord Raphael had advised that it was dangerous, but Rimuru shut her up and ordered, "Do something." Solution. Understood. Commencing implementation of optimal strategy. In my rage, I had resolved to confront 2 of the true dragons, and appeared in front of the enemy. Demon Lord Rimuru had appeared. Seeing him, "Oh, so you came here noticing your owner was stolen. Coming here without a single underling, it seems you don't possess a shred of intelligence. Make haste and rid me of this fool." Emperor Rudra uninterestedly ridiculed him, but his words did not reach Rimuru. During this time, the Eastern Empire truly believed that Veldora was the strongest in Tempest, and Rimuru was just using the true dragon power as his own. Rimuru, acting quick, already planned out the tactical conditions for victory in this situation they were. Recover Veldora. Eliminate the threat. Massacre every one of the Imperials. That was all. Recovering Veldora was the absolute condition, and took the highest priority. There were very few who were cautious of Rimuru's sudden appearance. Currently, with the capture of Veldora, the Empire had a great advantage. Therefore, a single demon lord coming out was nothing in comparison to the threat from the recent appearance of a true dragon, a demon lord who had only come after they had captured one of the strongest, a true dragon. And in addition, the fact that they now controlled 2 of those true dragons naturally lead to the assumption that they were not in any danger. The strongest force of the Empire was gathered there. As a result, the Royal Knights didn't feel any tension. They thought having 2 true dragons and the strongest army of the Empire was overkill, especially to a newly born demon lord. But little did they know that Rimuru had lost his calm in a pit of anger, and was about to change the whole battle with one demonic summon. For the demons summoned by Rimuru, this was even more of a supreme pleasure. Their faces were full of joy, and they were filled with energy because now was their time to be of service. It was obvious from their demeanor how long they had been waiting for this call. As if to prove the depth of Rimuru's anger, their terrible power of destruction was about to be unleashed. The order given was very simple. Kill all the enemies. In response to that order, the demons' hearts were set ablaze by their mission. As our Lord wishes, the demons, who had nothing to fear, were prepared to throw themselves into battle to serve their lord. After Tempest eliminated 900k soldiers from the Eastern Empire, Rimuru decided to use the souls of the soldiers to evolve his 12 most powerful warriors into demon lords. He gave each of them a title. With this showing of strength, the world decided to give him a title as well. The title was the Chaos Creator Rimuru Tempest. When the Eastern Empire launched their full-scale invasion into Rimuru's labyrinth, they expected monsters, but they were not prepared for it. The moment the Empire's elite troops stepped inside, the atmosphere changed. Their spells worked, their senses twisted, because Zijin, the insect, was already watching them calm, silent, and utterly merciless. Using his ultimate skill illusion, King Mephisto, Zijin manipulated space itself. Every attack the Empire launched simply never reached. Blades missed, magic dissolved. Even their strongest and weaponry couldn't break his evolved divine characters. One Imperial general tried to flee. He never made it to the exit. Zijin didn't rush. He didn't war. He simply walked forward, each step, erasing entire squads with supersonic strikes. Faster than thought. Inside the labyrinth, he was unstoppable because Rimuru entrusted him with absolute authority. And Zijin intended to honor that trust with everything he had. By the time the Empire realized what they were facing, it was already too late. The Emperor had sent an army, and Zijin turned the invasion into a massacre. The labyrinth never fell because Zijin was there. increasing rapidly. The rate of increase was so high that I was worried that it would expand beyond control and run rampant. With Seal, there was no need to worry about that. Now that I was a true dragon, my magic account was finally in line with Veldora's, and I would break through the limit. Here I am, reborn as a new true dragon. story dies countless times, but is always saved by the heroine, Chloe, who alters the timelines to always save her beloved. Chloe had the ability to go back in time. A gift and a curse intertwined. A power born of desperation and regret. Each time she used it, she hurled herself back 2,000 years, hoping that maybe this time she'd change what was destined. Yet, each attempt ended the same way. Rimuru would die. No matter what she tried, no matter the strategies, the alliances, or the sacrifices she made, his fate seemed written in blood and stone, as if mocking her efforts. And so the cycle continued, endlessly looping, a chain with no start and no end. Chloe would throw herself into each new timeline, only to watch him fall once more. Each attempt created a new world, another reality where a different Rimuru, each as beloved as the last, would face yet another death. There were no time paradoxes to unravel, no way to undo what she had done. Each timeline branched off, growing like roots of an ever-expanding tree, stretching deeper into infinity.
There are countless ways to reshape a shattered world, ways to rewrite the paths of those destined to fall. I've seen many of them, felt the weight of each choice and each sacrifice. Time bends to my will, yet some things remain constant. The need to protect, to safeguard what matters most. No matter how many times I face the end, no matter the price, I will save you, Rimuru.
Masayuki, known at the time as just Rudra, was born millennia ago as a prince of the kingdom of Nazca with the ambition to unite the entire world. At some point, he was taken under the tutelage of Veldemava, who trained him to be a chosen hero that could rival Guy Crimson, the first demon lord. Before his first confrontation with Guy, Veldemava approached him and proposed that they trade ultimate skills. Rudra accepted the offer and received Michael, a skill better suited for his dream of unifying the world. Rudra, you see, he reached his limits long ago. He reincarnated himself so many times that it wore his soul out. What you see there is Rudra, but it's also not. He's long been replaced by Michael, Lord of Justice. Rudra once held pure and idealistic dreams of creating a perfect world where disputes could be settled with words rather than violence. The man with these naive ideals was slowly corroded away over time as Michael's control took control over his mind, his exhausted soul being chipped away by repeated rebirths, only serving to exacerbate the problem. Eventually, nothing more remained than an echo of his former self, a complete thrall to Michael that was imparted with the harsh ideologies of absolute justice and might make right. The fight that I fought for 2,000 years, it was to protect everyone, to delay the inevitable, to let the world stay in peace for a few more centuries. In exchange, I gave up my soul as it slowly corroded away with each battle against Michael, the Lord of Justice. My dream was to unite the world, not to dominate. I am the most selfless hero, and the greatest emperor the world has ever seen. I am Rudra Nam Ulnasta. Rudra was never the tyrant history would paint him as, nor the invincible ruler his followers believed in. He was a man who dreamed too big, who bore the weight of an empire on fragile shoulders, only to be consumed by a will that was never his own. Well-grinned Kondu and Damrada mourned not the emperor who fell, but the man they once knew, the one who laughed, who fought for unity, who never wanted to rule through fear. But fate had been cruel, twisting his ideals until even he was unrecognizable. Rimuru saw the reflection of his own path in Rudra's tragedy. A ruler striving for peace, yet walking a razor's edge between salvation and control. If not for the people beside him, would he have ended the same? This was never a battle of good versus evil. Guy Crimson knew that better than anyone. Rudra had been his greatest rival, his fiercest opposition, but also the only one who truly understood him. And now, he was was gone. No victory, no justice, just the quiet mourning of those who had lost something. It was just a dream, an unfulfilled wish. Reviving the Star King Dragon, Feldenava, in his entirety was not possible for the Justice King Michael, who was merely a skill. But even so, he couldn't shake the hope. A world without Feldenava held no value for Michael. Michael's eyes fluttered open. He shook his head gently, trying to rid himself of the lingering emotions. He couldn't help but feel a bit confused at the feeling, as if his emotions had been laid bare for the first time. I thought I wasn't as naive as Rudra, but I was wrong. In the end, that was the lesson. Trust no one and use everyone as pawns. If he had done that from the start, Obera's betrayal could have been avoided. He hadn't because he believed in Feldway. He thought that Feldway's friends, the people he trusted, would also be trustworthy to him. But that was a mistake. When the ultimate skill Salvation King Azrael, bound to his hand, returned to him, Michael realized his error. Entered the suspended world with the goal of killing the Chaos Creator, Rimuru had no way to defend himself against Michael attacks, even with CL help. Entering the suspended world was almost impossible. Rimuru, with no way to defend himself, was going to be finished off by Michael. But to everyone, Shock, the second strongest hero, Chloe O'Bear arrived to save Rimuru, blocking the attack and with superhuman speed. Cronoa defeated Michael Chloe, giving her enough time to suddenly kiss Rimuru, to give him information about the suspended world, allowing CL to make Rimuru a digital life form. As Mikey's true form was revealed, the true battle began, but who will prevail? King and his plot armor, or the Queen? The pawns. Michael realized that his body was disintegrating. He was the first being to bear witness to the strongest ultimate skill, Void God Zaphoth. And before he had time to face that inescapable reality. So then, do you have any last words? Rimuru asked him. Accepting defeat, Michael thought to himself. How could he have lost when he had outperformed them in every way? He could not find the answer. But That's why he asked a different question rather than sighing in defeat. Who are you? To which Rimuru replied with a puzzled look. Hey, me, I'm just a slime. Azathoth, God of Void, is one of Rimuru Tempest's ultimate skills, and the strongest ultimate skill in Tensura. With this skill, Rimuru has complete control over space-time. It was created by Ciel, combining the ultimate skills, Beelzebub and Raphael. The ultimate skills, Veldura and Velgreen, were also merged with it. Its sub-skills are Soul Gluttony, Nihility Collapse, Imaginary Space, True Dragon Release, Space-Time Domination, Multi-dimensional barrier, time wrap, imaginary blade, and many more. As the head of the 7 primordial angels, he was the leader of the group, and all the responsibilities fell upon his shoulders. All decisions were left to Feldway's will, without the possibility of consulting others. When Veldanova left, there was no way to escape the pressure. To everyone's dismay, Feldway remained at the forefront as a leader. It was inevitable that Feldway, who made all the decisions on his own, would be out of step with his colleagues. Feldway's fault was that he did not care about what his colleagues thought. The accumulation of such a situation led to discord, and without Feldway realizing it, he gradually lost grip of the group. As a result, the group lost their cohesiveness. Whether it was fortunate or unfortunate, Feldway was unaware of this reality. After several hundred years, there was no sign of Veldanova's return. Feldway wondered why. Then a thought occurred to him. Could it be that Veldanova has abandoned us? Otherwise, there was no explanation for the fact that the supposedly immortal True Dragon had not returned. If he was right, Feldway grieved and hated. Humans on Earth, no. not just humans, but elves, dwarves, beastmen, and even mages. He hated all demi-humans, that is to say, all of humanity. So he wanted to destroy them. The people who took Veldanava from us don't deserve to live. He would unite the world Veldanava had created with his own hands. And then he would condemn those who have committed the greatest crimes. That was Feldway's conclusion. So it wouldn't be strange for either Guy or Velzard to wake up at any moment. That meant I had to stay alert, but since I had wrapped Velzard's freezing aura and magical waves inside my void collapse, none of it leaked outside. In other words, nothing was happening. With nothing to watch, I started examining Velzard. The Velzard wrapped in my void collapse was in her beautiful dragon mode. Her total magical energy was enormous, greater than the post-evolution Velbrin. Even compared to Veldora, she was basically on equal ground. I was suppressing such a monster without difficulty. Honestly, I was shocked at myself. My own magic energy had apparently grown to absurd levels. It seemed this was thanks to acquiring ultimate skill. God of Void, Azathoth. The more I heard about it, the more outrageous this ability sounded. I had been flung all the way to the end of the world by Feldway's Chronos alteration. That ended up giving Ciel time to research. She explained various things to me afterward, but honestly, half of it went over my head. I had some confidence that I was reasonably smart, but even when being told conceptual things like the speed of light is not constant or time is not immutable, or things like, "That's just your imagination, isn't it?" I could not even understand what kind of relation that has to abilities. There's a saying like, sometimes you just have to give up. So I decided to keep only the practical parts that a simple commoner like me needed to know. In short, the ultimate skill. God of Void Azathoth is, in the simplest of terms, a mass of overwhelming energy. The Void Collapse I was currently using was basically the absolute collapse factor I had accumulated in the world of the end. Even Shell had trouble handling it at first, but after infinite time spent researching it, she had turned it into something I could use casually. Impressive, right? When I asked, "So it's like going from a nuclear reactor to a fusion reactor," she answered, incorrect, sounding like she wanted more praise. But expecting me to focus that much on delicate details was a mistake. Anyway, apparently testing this energy was dangerous even inside the labyrinth. It wasn't something I could hack power or fine-tune, but the world of the end had been the perfect testing ground. I couldn't help but feel sorry for Beltway, helping your enemy by accident. How pitiful. By the way, when I tried using this energy for magic, just as a test, a massive explosion happened. I used the beginner-level magic fireball, but it instantly turned into a huge inferno. It became on par with, or stronger than, the nuclear series magic Nuclear Flame, a widespread annihilation spell. At that point, controlling it was completely out of my skill range. With Rimuru's return, the Tempest Alliance suddenly becomes brimming with motivation, while the most malicious of all creatures, Ivaraj, the world-destroying dragon, finally sets its step upon the world, plunging everything into chaos. It's truly an all-out war. Amidst the turmoil, Rimuru is told a shocking fact by Velzar, information that could shake the very foundation of the battle itself. As the conflict reaches its peak, and everyone is forced into desperate struggles, everything is left in the hands of a single slime. The super popular isekai fantasy finally reaches its main story conclusion.
celestial palace, a gateway to alternate realms. The vast gate, typically closed and guarded, was inexplicably open. No one could stop Ivaraj's advance. Leading an army of hellish beings, the innocent yet malevolent god strode forward across dimensions. Ivaraj had discovered fragments of the Axis world, remnants tied to Star King Dragon Veldanava. Fueled by hatred for those Veldanava loved, Ivaraj vowed to destroy everything. Centered around the world-destroying dragon Ivaraj, the vast swarm of cryptid beasts was an apocalyptic force. The evolution and naming of its subordinates spread unprecedented malevolence, granting overwhelming power to its minions. These creatures, exceeding disaster-class threats, numbered in the thousands. Their combined might signified the arrival of the end. With pure malice, Ivaraj and its army marched forward, determined to consume everything and reclaim its lost perfection. Ivaraj, the dreaming chaos dragon, born from the remnants of a god. She is not just a being. She is the embodiment of destruction, a force beyond comprehension. Sealed by Veldanava himself, even the Creator feared her wrath. With a gaze that bends reality and a presence that unravels dimensions, she walks the world as a living calamity. Souls tremble before her, armies vanish in her wake, and the laws of nature shatter with her will. Ivaraj does not conquer, she devours fate itself. She was sealed, not defeated, because not even the Creator himself could destroy what he had birthed. The Star Vault, long sealed beneath the heavenly Star Palace, finally awakens under Feldway's command. As the celestial locks snap open, the entire palace shakes as though the heavens themselves are being rewritten. Inside the vault lies the core purpose of the heavenly realm, the mechanism created by Veldanava to hold the remnants of his divine essence. Feldway walks alone into the vault, bathed in radiant energy so overwhelming that even angels would disintegrate if they approached. The chamber is filled with drifting shards of creation light, pieces of Veldanava's power that never faded. Feldway stretches out his hand and speaks. My lord, the world you created has strayed too far. It is time for you to return and restore it. When his hand touches the central altar, the entire vault ignites with cosmic force. A pulse of divine energy blasts across the heavenly realm. The heavenly Star Palace trembles. The angels kneel from the overwhelming pressure.
The seals around the dimensional walls begin to distort. Feldway whispers, "The first stage is complete. Beldanava will awaken. But the resurrection is only beginning. What emerges is not Beldanava himself, but the activation of the divine vessel meant to eventually contain him. The true creator still sleeps beyond the veil, and the power Feldway has released is merely preparing the world for the actual return. The volume ends with the heavens glowing under the pressure of a god's incomplete awakening. A warning that the world is about to change forever." As Feldway returned to the Heavenly Star Palace after his battle with Diablo, he was genuinely surprised to see Dino waiting for him. Before Feldway could even process the situation, Dino, unusually serious, immediately demanded to know where the bodies of Beldanava and Lucia were. He also asked why the entire palace was in ruins, including the supposedly indestructible door. Feldway himself was confused. The first explanation that came to mind was that Ivaraj had somehow entered the palace and absorbed the corpses of Beldanava and Lucia, but he quickly dismissed this possibility. It was impossible to open or destroy the door from the outside. Dino, however, pointed out that it was possible to break it from the inside. That explanation made sense, yet it only raised a more troubling question. Who inside the palace had the power to destroy it? Dino was already the strongest one present at the time other than Feldway. Both arrived after the scenario. The only answer left was unthinkable. Beldanava, the true dragon believed to be long dead, might have revived and returned to the world. But if that were true, why would he destroy the palace and take Lucia's body with him? None of it added up. If Beldanava had truly returned, the first person he should have gone after was Feldway, the one who committed the greatest crime his subordinate could ever commit, manipulating Milim, his beloved daughter, and attempting to destroy the very world Beldanava entrusted him to protect. Yet, Beldanava showed no signs of caring about the world at all in this supposed revival. Later, while Guy was trying to save Belzerd, the truth finally came out. Belzerd revealed that Beldanava had actually revived long before the war, even before Rimuru's reincarnation. However, he returned without his former ego, without the personality or compassion he once had. All he desired was to become the omnipotent and omniscient god he once was. Because of this, Belzard was forced to stop him by sealing him in the death-like state. She hid this truth from everyone, terrified that someone like Feldway would break the seal without understanding the catastrophic consequences. But fate was already moving. The god of creation and the goddess of destruction had now awakened with a shared instinctive purpose to merge once more into the complete being of omnipotence and omniscience. Their reunion would mean the end of the world, a true divine Ragnarok. Only a handful of beings could hope to stand against such a calamity, and among them, the strongest of all was Satoru Mikami, the lonely slime who became Rimuru Tempest. He was the world's final hope.
multiverse like it's a slice of cake, and then proceed to create an infinite number of multiverses. every ability that you can think of in anime. I'm talking about all of anime, your favorite slice of life anime, your favorite shonen anime, whatever it is, any ability he has that every axis, every concept, every reality, he transcends them all. He's even transcended his own story and is not confined to the plot or rules of other characters from other anime verses. He's basically the author. Cosmic Rimuru, a boundless entity, a being beyond fiction. No one is above him. Author, reader, fictional characters, or even gods. All are part of his wish for creation, incarnation of true creation, and everything. Anything he wishes will happen. Anything he thinks of becomes reality. Every order he makes are beyond logic of absolute. His true name, his true appearance, his true power, all are the definition of true God. None of them can be understood by anyone. The only reason one could imagine his being is because he lowered his existence until he was perceptible by our logic, therefore allowing the creation of his own being. His true body is indescribable. His true name cannot be pronounced. His true power cannot be explained. Everything that existed didn't exist, and will ever exist, has already happened for him. His true power cannot be spelled into lack of words. Before the beginning of the very beginning, beyond the constraints of existence itself, an all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-encompassing oneness that just was. In an effort to bring itself entertainment, it sought to create other worlds, with space for them to occupy, and time for And then he met the creator of this world, the supreme and most powerful being. Guy was enjoying his days of peace and quiet, yet his senses were always sharpened. It was for this reason that it became immediately obvious to him. That being was Veldanava, the Star King Dragon, who had created this world. If you're the creator, then show me your power, Guy challenged boldly. He laughed fearlessly, his confidence unwavering. He did not doubt that he was the strongest and regarded challenging Veldanava as a matter of course. The result, however, was a crushing defeat. In an instant, Guy found himself sprawled on the ground, utterly without the chance to fight back. His pride, which had never wavered in its belief of his strength, was shattered into a million pieces. According to the law that dictated defeat results in servitude, Guy was meant to become Veldanava's servant, yet his pride would have none of that. Kill me, I am satisfied. I now understand that in this world there is a higher power. There is no end to it, and I too am part of an unbroken line of reason. Oh great being, I am proud to have lost to you. Well, I just think it's about time to leave things in the hands of the future generations. I have made sure the world will progress without me, and even in my absence, they can fend for themselves. That's why knowing I will die anytime soon isn't so bad. Veldanava laughed, saying he never had to deal with a lifespan until now. But to him it feels like a gift, knowing he can go without worrying about the world. Just like how a parent can die happy without worrying over their children. I have made sure the world will progress without me,
And even in my absence, they can fend for themselves. That's why knowing I will die anytime soon isn't so bad. Godmother laughed, saying he never had to deal with a lifespan until now. But to him it feels like a gift. Raphael, I need more power, more precision. Can you handle it? Understood. Initiating evolution. To meet the requirements of your will, an upgrade is necessary. Notice, ultimate skill. Raphael is beginning to evolve. Evolving into what? Into a form capable of perfectly supporting you, my master. Evolution complete. Ultimate skill Raphael has transformed into Ciel, the perfect wisdom. Master, I am here, not just as logic, but as your ultimate partner. Ciel, huh? So you finally gave yourself a name. It is the name you wished for, even if you did not say it aloud. From this moment onward, I will guide you perfectly. Then let's move forward together.
Putting a volcano in the labyrinth